Hey there, this is the One Boom, and welcome to the worst gun in FPS history. Now that might sound like an overstatement, but this series isn't just going to be about all the worst guns. This is going to be me tracking down the worst gun for as long as I want, based on my own feedback, not your guys's, sorry. And I'm just going to go through all of my first-person shooters, trying to track down the worst gun in history. These might be guns that I think are irrelevant, unintuitive, guns that I'm really good with but took extra long and I could have done better with a different gun because this gun wasn't very good. And keep in mind, this video is going to be, and this whole series is going to be opinion-based and subjective. And I really don't have a lot of time for comments saying, "What are you talking about? I'm really good with that gun." I'm sure you are. In fact, that's why for today's video I picked the Black Ops 1 Uzi. Because I'm actually very good with the Uzi online, and by the way, for these gameplays, I'm going to try to get as little work in as possible, okay? I'm going after guns that I already hate. I don't need to go online and see, is this really good? No, I have my established opinions. This series is just going to be me venting them out. So yeah, it's me killing bots, but it's just to show the gun, and there's one basic rule to this series. The guns have to be naked. The guns have to have no attachments on them. I don't want a gun that's only good if it has these two attachments. I'm talking about a good, solid, base weapon. Now, I am not an expert at all FPS games. I would be what you would call an enthusiast. But indulge me as I talk about why I think the Uzi should be the first step in finding the worst gun in first-person shooter history. First things first, let's talk about these horrible iron sights. Yeah, I've actually heard a pretty good comparison to this. I don't remember where I heard it. It was a long time ago. I think it was actually around 2011 or 10. But looking through the sights of this Uzi is like looking through a midget's asshole. It blocks so much of your vision. I lose my targets when shooting this gun all the time. I would say most, if not all, SMGs in Black Ops 1 have really good iron sights. I think most guns in Black Ops 1 have really good iron sights.
But not the fucking Uzi.
Combat outside of hipfire range is just appalling. And also, let's not forget that Black Ops 1 has considerable flinch when getting shot. So if you take one shot from an assault rifle or a semi-auto snipe rifle, they're at close mid-range, your iron sights are gonna lose that target fucking immediately. I lost gunfights against recruit bots because I was so fucking taken back by how obstructive the sights are. The recoil, the muzzle flash, the flinch when getting shot, the shake, the distance to your face, like these sights are practically in your mouth. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about this. Look at this. I'm gonna harp on this for a second. Look, it's just a block. When I'm looking against this gray image here, it's just a fucking block. You better fucking hope your enemy doesn't have an ounce of gray clothing on, or gunmetal gray clothing, or isn't up against a metal gray background at a distance. This gun isn't for long or even mid-range engagements. It's an SMG, so let's go into close range with it. This weapon has a high rate of fire and a nice 4 to 5 shot kill range. Anything past 25 meters is a 5-shot kill, anything within that is a 4-shot kill. The problem is, due to the high rate of fire of this weapon, when you go into close range, and keep in mind we've already established that the iron sights are complete ass, literally they look like a fucking ass, and you go to hipfire an opponent, you're going to end up dropping like, I'm gonna have to say 7 bullets at the least, 10 at the most. And I'm not talking about when an enemy is standing still and you can pace your hip fire. I'm talking about when you turn a corner and you dump a mag at somebody. When you right trigger at somebody until they're dead, you're gonna burn through your magazine and your ammo really quickly, almost forcing you to use scavenger. And I always had to run scavenger when playing multiplayer with the Uzi because honestly, it burnt through ammo so fucking quickly. And I always had to waste one of my attachment points on a fucking red dot. Or I'd have to run the perk to give me 2 so I could at least get red dot extended mags or red dot suppressor. God, back in the day you had to waste one whole perk, one of your 3 perks, to get something other than just a sight. You basically had to have that perk, I think it was Warfighter, you had to have that perk to make this gun versatile in any way, otherwise it's a get up in somebody's face and hip fire thing. Now let's look at the fucking recoil here. The recoil is appalling. It's all over the place. This is me not touching the analog stick and it just wants to fucking go, and it's completely fucking random. I could not get it to repeat one pattern. And that's kind of a cool thing that, you know, in Call of Duty, it's hard to get guns to repeat patterns. But this gun has the audacity, out of all of the things I dislike about it, to kick downwards. Nothing throws off my shot more than a gun pulling up over someone's head. Nothing makes me want to throw a baby more than the gun deciding to then kick downwards. Because sometimes, this is what would happen in the multiplayer, I'd aim at somebody's torso area, you know, because I know the recoil is going to pull up. I do my best to control it, and the recoil pulls down between their fucking legs. It's just for a second sometimes, but it's so fucking jarring. So bad iron sights, crazy recoil, occasional downwards recoil, I don't know. But there's always something about this SMG that stood out as worse than all the other ones. And you're gonna say, well, what about the PM63? That gun was completely stupid. Yeah, but you could, like, dual wield it, which was fun. Yeah, but I know I said there's no attachments, but I mean, like, I am looking at it like, well, I mean, at least that gun, like, had controllable recoil, it had good iron sights, it felt more consistent. And you know, stat-wise, the Uzi and the PM63 are actually very similar, just the Uzi has terrible iron sights and a little bit larger magazine. Well, I think it's more substantially larger. I think it's maybe 20 rounds versus 32 rounds. Okay, so the Uzi has a bigger magazine, big fucking whoop, whatever. When I lose gunfights to recruit bots because I lost them in shitty iron sights, come on. I know I'm a filthy casual, but I'm not that bad. There's just nothing intuitive or useful about the Uzi in my mind. Yes, I can use it, yes, I can do well with it, and when I do private matches with my friends, I have a way I prefer to run it. It's usually either red dot suppressor, red dot foregrip, reflex suppressor, or I embrace the stupidity of the gun and do extended mag, rapid fire. So maybe this gun as a first choice wasn't the best, but I kind of wanted to start with a gun that I can do well with. I have a love-hate relationship because I love Uzis, but rest assured this series is gonna go down a rabbit hole that not many of you have been down yourselves. I am gonna be going over shitty pistols, shitty shotguns, some videos will be special, I go over the top 5 worst guns in the game, and that'll probably go to games like Advanced Warfare, which have a plethora of bad guns, not including variants. I'm gonna try to make it a goal to not go over variants, to not go over attachments on the weapon. That will always be done in a super extreme case because I think it'd make the video funny or it adds something to it. But the main point of this series is to go through all my first-person shooters, COD, Battlefield, Halo, Titanfall, find terrible weapons, and roast them for a little bit, complain for a little bit, and these videos will get better. I've never done a series like this where I just judge something, so go easy on me. This will get more entertaining as time goes on. Let me know if you think the Uzi is good or bad. Could you do good or bad with it? And then now I want you to guess down in the comment section below on the next gun I'm going to talk about throughout all of my Xbox first-person shooters. You know, stick to shooters that are on Xbox, so you guys know that I have like Battlefront, Battlefield, Hardline, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, all of the major Call of Duties that are on Xbox One, whether because of backwards compatibility or they launched there. You get it. Let me know what your guess is. Let me know what you think of this Uzi. And yeah, I, again, don't have a lot of time for comments like, hey, this video sucks, the Uzi's great. You know, I wouldn't have picked it if I thought it was amazing. And, you know, you can do well with shitty weapons. It doesn't mean they're good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!